Hey guys, AW here in Warner, man. What's up? Hope you're all having a good Thursday. I know if you're not wrestling fans, I know there's some pretty great trailers that came out. The Indiana Jones, Guardians, Rise of Transformers, The Beast, whatever. Pretty good trailers, but that's not my main channel. But here, this is my wrestling channel. This is AW presents, the Aaron Warrior presents Lane of SmackDown. This is a Thursday, no prediction show tonight. Next week will be a prediction show, but not tonight. So we're gonna do something a little more fun. This is tonight. Before we get into what I'm gonna talk to you about, this is about. I want you all to like this, stream, like the stream. Subscribe if you're new, especially if you're into wrestling, and share this out with your friends, for family, colleagues that are into wrestling. This is a channel for you, and yes. So since there's no prediction show, there's no pay-per-view or anything like that coming up. We're going to do wrestling discussions on days that are not pay-per-view related for prediction shows. For example, like today, the first one of my wrestling discussion, which is a placeholder name. That is a name for my show tonight. It's not an official name yet. It's just a placeholder name. I haven't come up. And these discussions will be only on Thursdays, where there's no prediction show happening. And unfortunately, the first show of this episode, remember, I do a show Monday weekly now. It's all about wrestling. That's about the weekly review, the weekend wrestling. This is about wrestling discussion. We're all about more having fun. It's not just weekly review. We'll talk wrestling in general, really. This is the first episode. And invitations will be sent. And so for this first episode, yeah, this is not what I expected on the first episode, okay. So I did a Twitter poll 2 days ago on what we want to do for this Thursday show. What my Twitter people are following me on Twitter, what they want for this wrestling show. Some said I picked down wrestling factions, best face heel turns, worst wrestling gimmicks, and a watch along. And everybody picked worst gimmicks won. So yeah. So tonight, what's gonna win is what we're gonna talk about is wrestling's worst gimmicks. And let me tell you, there's been a lot of terrible wrestling gimmicks over the years. Tons of them, a lot. And you can always put down in the chat on the side wrestling's worst gimmicks. And let me.
Hello, everybody.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm ready to talk about some trash gimmicks.
Yeah. Well, blame the people who voted. It's their fault.
What was this against?
Best face and heel turns, best factions, worst gimmicks. I put worst gimmicks as a joke. First of all, that was supposed to be a joke.
But that got the most votes somehow.
Yes. Well, yes. And the final one was a watch along. But yeah, worst gimmicks won. By one. I think by one.
Wow.
Yeah. And I blame some friends of ours for that. Worst gimmicks. And there's been a lot. Like on my thumbnail, I just have 3 really bad gimmicks. My thumbnail, I have John Gonzalez. That was wow. That was something.
I don't even know what that was. Like, what was he wearing? Like, was he trying to wear an ab suit? Like, what?
I don't
like
know.
A muscle suit? Like, I don't. Oh, that was just, I don't know, airbrushed muscle suit, whatever that was. I'm like, oh God, man. So
it was horrible. And that match was horrible, man.
Yeah, that was great, man.
That WrestleMania wasn't very good overall.
Yeah, that was WrestleMania 9, right?
Yeah, in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, that. Not very good.
No. Yeah, it was that man. The thing is, what they did with early on Undertaker, they had after like Jake the Snake Roberts and Snuka, they tried to make him against bigger opponents that couldn't wrestle. Like the year after, I think it was like, or no, '94 he didn't wrestle, but '95 I think it was like King Kong Bundy, and King Kong Bundy was past his prime, like
Mm.
right. And King Kong Bundy was like King Kong Bundy was really like popular in the '80s and '70s, right? By the '90s, King Kong Bundy was really at the end of his career. He couldn't, and he had to face Undertaker, and they tried to make Undertaker face really big guys, and a lot of the big guys he faced early on couldn't wrestle anymore.
Yeah, like did he face off against Yokozuna?
Royal Rumble, a Survivor
Royal
Series.
Rumble. That should have been saved for WrestleMania.
Yeah, at least Yoko could wrestle for in spurts.
Yeah,
You're, you're not gonna have a long 15, 20 match with Yokozuna,
yeah.
but he had his spurts early on in his career when he was it was like he had the weight issues, but it was manageable until like 94, 95, where in 96 where it really got to a problem. And yeah, dying is always really, really bad. I mean, that we could talk basically the whole era of the '90s.
It was a bit shaky.
Yeah, like some really bad ones. So, like, what was the era of the '90s? Like a job, the era of everybody had a job.
Uh, what was that? Everyone had a job? I don't fully.
Yeah, remember like in the '90s, every gimmick was like a job or something. Everybody had like a job. Remember, like Duke the Dumpster Dozy had like a dumpster job. Um, there was like a plumber job. There was like I don't know. Do you remember? Do you remember really some bad gimmicks like was
Uh, it's hard. It's having a hard time remembering stuff in the '90s. Because like I was like really young when stuff was happening in the '90s. But like maybe like early, I started remembering like early 2000s stuff. Like what was the shoot? What was that male cheerleading squad that was wearing
Spirit
green?
Squad?
Spirit Squad. That was trash.
Yeah, and
Horrible.
they're like pushed right into like the top of the storylines. Like they were pushed to the moon. The Spirit Squad.
Yeah, like and they had like these big matches with DX and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are we pushing this college cheer team as a faction?
Hmm.
What? No. No. No.
Yeah.
No. Hated that.
Oh
But
yeah.
I will say like I do remember their match at Saturday night's main event. I think it was a Street Fight or something they had with DX. That was entertaining to watch just to see DX beat the hell out of them. But
They never beat DX.
yeah, there's no way. Wasn't Dolph Ziggler in that too?
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, Nikki. He was called Nikki.
Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Trying to think what else. Pretty much all of Cody Rhodes' gimmicks in the 2010s was bad. Uh, dashing
oh,
Cody, dashing Cody Rhodes, broken Cody Rhodes, and Stardust. All three of them were
oh,
trash.
Stardust is really what is the reason he left.
Yeah, I don't blame him. That was just embarrassing. It was
Hmm.
so embarrassing, man. And it like they they almost were like pushing them to have like this cool good match at WrestleMania between him and Goldust, but then they pushed this stupid Stardust gimmick on him. Like, why, man? Why did you just let him be him?
I know.
They always feel like
Yeah.
they gotta put something on him for some reason, or because Dustin was Goldust, and even Goldust like is it's an acquired taste for me. I've always felt like Goldust was kind of like on and off with me. But like when he became just regular Dustin Rhodes in AEW, I'm like, okay, this I can mess with.
Yeah. I mean, Goldust was only good from like '96 to like 2002. That was like when it's really in WWE after that, he was nothing more. He was just he wasn't really gold dust.
No,
He
he
would
was.
have
Yeah, he was just a jobber. I mean, he had a couple of matches, good matches here and there, but he was just he was the comedic act
yeah.
stuff. I'm like, God, man,
I
that was
liked it. I like the dynamic with him and Booker T. I think that worked. That was fun.
yeah, that one was good. That was good.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that worked. I mean, like early on, like when he pushed the envelope, like when WWE when he pushed the envelope in the mid '90s, the
Mhm.
Goldust character. I mean,
Yeah,
WCW was never allowed to go there because they were more of a because of who the answer to. Ted Turner would never gone there, but WWE was willing to go there, and Goldust is like the thing is WWE was a little bit more was kind of woke, a little bit woke back in the day, even though they did say some even though they did some racist stuff, some homophobic stuff, but they
yeah,
did do
some
some woke
sexist
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, sexist stuff. But they did. They were WWE is kind of both back in the '90s. Were kind of both. They were both woke and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that was still like at the tail end of the Attitude Era, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think like what other gimmicks were pretty bad.
Oh, this is necessarily was a bad gimmick, but this was a controversial gimmick. Muhammad Hassan.
Oh God. Yeah, that was controversial indeed. Um, yeah, I don't have much to say about that. I don't like when they do those like terrorist gimmicks and shit. Like, man, they did that in TNA also with what was his name? Abdul Bashir, whatever his name was. I'm like, oh God, you gonna offend some
Oh, the
people.
Davari guy.
Yeah,
Some
Davari. That's what his name. When he was
yeah,
called Sin Abdul Bashir or whatever.
the
Like,
same guy.
it is the same guy, isn't it? Oh man.
It's the same guy. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't go
yeah.
too far because that was just uh
I mean, the only reason they killed Muhammad Hassan off TV is because I think it was a London bombings at the time happened, and
yeah.
he's like, yeah, we can't have this guy on TV anymore because he was getting he was. I mean, he was getting mega push. He was feuding with the Undertaker at the time, and the Undertaker's what basically killed him off TV.
Thank God.
And they were probably gonna put the belt on him.
Oh no, they couldn't do that. They could not do that.
No,
Nope, nope, nope.
no. I remember that. That was like it was that gimmick probably could have worked better in the '80s or early '90s,
Yeah,
but
when it
in
was
2000,
slightly less
yeah,
politically correct.
yeah. Now you can't do stuff like that.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that at all. Yeah, I always thought like the America versus foreigner storylines they do in any of the wrestling promotions. Like I just felt that stuff was too hokey because like we all know who's gonna win at the end. You know, they always
Yeah,
America, America, America. They did this with Hulk Hogan, John Cena, um, Xavier Woods when he was Consequences Creed. Like I'm just tired of seeing it. Like it's just so hokey. It's corny. Like
it's
and it's like they're trying to be inclusive, but when they're having these storylines saying that the foreigners are evil, that's not really good luck. That's not a good look
no, no. Yeah, they kind of stopped doing that, right? A little bit.
at all. I hope so. It's called World Wrestling Entertainment, not
Yeah,
American Wrestling
I
Entertainment.
know. I mean, you still have Gunther, who kind of treats kind of
Oh,
that group.
Gunter. I mean, at least he's not doing like any like stereotypical Nazi stuff,
Hey,
or
Blind Brill. Yeah, this is your fault.
oh, thank you for picking this topic.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, cause yeah, good thing they're not doing like when people remember when people heard of Gunther picking Gunther his first time like NXT. People
Yeah.
they had a different name for him, right? And people searched that name up, and it was purely a Nazi name.
Hmm.
And WWE quickly reacted on it, and like, yeah, we can't use that.
Yeah. No, we cannot. No, just keep Walter how he is. If you got to keep his name Gunter, fine, but do not do anything more than that. Or we're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like that'd be like people. It depends. Like look what they have. They're not afraid to get canceled. They had JBL and Corbin. They had JBL
Oh
calling the
yeah,
guys so.
JBL did the American gimmick shit too, which well he was a heel American gimmick, but
He was the heel American gimmick that everybody was hated, right? He made
yeah,
something of himself rich, arrogant, cocky, that
yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, like I hate to say this, I don't want to be political, but almost like a Republican.
I, I'm I'm kind of moderate, so it's like it
Like,
doesn't really bother me.
but that's what people see as these days, like that. That's what people see with JBL's character as. Like JBL's character is like he was in the 2000s, right, the mid 2000s, but in
Uh,
this era, oh, he would have been hated a lot more this
oh
time.
yeah, oh yeah. If they pushed him like if he came out in
Yeah.
this era, yeah, he would probably get canceled. He did the exact same things he did in the early 2000s, late 90s. Oh, he would be canceled.
Oh yeah. What were other bad? Oh, Mordecai was a bad gimmick. I remember that gimmick.
Mordecai, God
Oh,
damn. I forgot about that. Oh, that was bad. That was bad.
which clip is this? I don't know. Like I thought you knew, but I like Bible. You don't know anything about wrestling. Yeah, there's some. Oh, I can remember the '90s. There's this one really bad gimmick. I mean, I could tell you. I know. I think you. I know your '90s and it's not. It's like you don't have that much knowledge of the '90s gimmicks because you're really young. So was I. But there's some characters that do stand out.
Mhm.
Oh, back to Mexico clip. Yes, yes, bro. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he was. Yeah, when it was Mysterio and Guerrero. Yeah, he was.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you WWE like even in the 2000s, cancel this idea of cancellation, canceling someone wasn't around. I don't know what year it started. It's probably somewhere like early 2000s, tens or something. I don't know. Me, I don't know when it started, but there was no such thing as cancellation in the 90s and 2000s, especially in wrestling or
Oh,
even form of entertainment.
oh yeah. Anything went back then. Like man, they were not afraid to be controversial.
No. Oh yeah. One of the worst gimmicks ever were, unfortunately, Kane went through two of them. Isaac Yankem and Fake Diesel.
Mm, dang, yeah. And even corporate Kane, I was not a fan
Oh,
of either.
Cobra K was terrible.
So bad. Like this used to be the big red machine. Like everyone feared him. He was the brother of the Undertaker, and
Yeah.
just seeing him in a suit just took away all his mystique, all
I
of
mean,
it.
the guy is an asshole in real life too. Like some
Oh,
stuff he said.
you mean is he he's the mayor or governor of
Mayor
a mayor of which what
Knoxville, I think.
the mayor of Knoxville's an asshole in real life?
You see what stuff he tweets?
No, I'm not on Twitter that much, so I don't even
Okay,
know.
good. Then if you ever saw what he tweets, you'll see why.
Mm, mm, mm. But yeah, Kane just I think okay, okay, I was gonna say like ever since he took off his mask, his mystique started to decrease. But I will say like he did make it work like in his beginning stages. Like when he first took off his mask, he was still scary, but like
He was, man, yeah, that's scary. That Kane when he took off his mask. I mean, yeah, that was scary. I mean, that Kane was. I think it's more scary than when he had the mask on. He was
yeah,
more unhinged.
yeah, yeah. And then they tried to put a mask back on him again, and it just wasn't the same. Especially when
No,
they had the whole Team Hell No stuff, and I'm like, I mean, it started to grow on people, the longer they went, but like when they, like that just made him silly as well. Like I don't know.
I'll take that over Corporate Kane any day. Team
Oh,
Hell No.
absolutely, absolutely, yes. Um, I'm trying to think of what else was a bad gimmick. Well, I can talk about some recent ones. Nikki
Oh yeah, go
ASH.
ahead.
Yeah, Nikki
Oh
ASH was terrible.
yeah. Oh yeah.
God,
Yes.
it
Oh my God.
just
Yes.
like man, just the textbook definition of them not watching, not understanding the characters at NXT. This is the same Nikki Cross that was a part of Sanity, and she had this, she was this insane, crazy character, and then you go from that to her teaming with Alexa Bliss, and then she's a superhero now.
Uh, yeah. And now it looks like she's back to her
She's back to
old
being
stuff.
Nikki Cross. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Superhero stuff really was. I mean, I saw the superhero stuff. Yeah, this gimmick's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's not going to help her.
Nope. Nope. She should have just went back to being crazy from the get go. I don't know who decided that.
Probably Vince.
Vince. Oh, you know what? Yeah, of course. Who am I thinking?
Uh, you know what's also a bad gimmick? I
What?
hate Dewdrop.
Is
Her
does she really have a gimmick, or is
dude,
just her name's bad?
her name is bad.
Yeah, yeah, her name was bad, but I don't even know if she had like a gimmick. Really?
uh, did she used to have like a dance? Did she used to do like a dancing gimmick when she's a face? You should like do the little bit
Did
dance. I don't know, like I don't know, but like she was a monster NXT,
she?
and she could rest NXT UK. I should be more specific because she was in NXT UK, right? She was monster. She's
I mean,
yeah,
she
she's
did
big.
appear in NXT like a little bit,
Yeah,
but
but she's big, but she can actually wrestle for her size, and she was dominant. I mean, when she came in NXT UK, her first opponent, her first person that she went up against was Rhea Ripley.
yeah,
Like, and then they have her come out as Eva Marie's like bodyguard or whatever, something she could control, or she could like
yeah,
look good in front of,
yeah.
because Eva Marie is this beautiful, stunning woman, and Dujop is supposed to be perceived as not right.
The Duff, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, I hope they could figure out a way to like rework her character, um, because like
thing
I don't know what they were trying to do with her and Nikki Ash trying to make them a tag team, and it was like, no, it's not working.
maybe have her go to SmackDown because Wanda could really use something. I think Dujop could give her trouble.
Honestly, yeah, she could go to SmackDown. She could definitely go to SmackDown. Um,
Oh,
so
Zelina
Selena
Vega.
made a new gimmick with Santos Escobar, and well, is it really like a new gimmick? Because she seems to be playing the same
She
character
just
she was
she
with.
just looks different.
Yeah, she just has blonde hair now, but it's the
Yeah.
same character she was
Yeah.
when she was with Andrade.
The thing is, she doesn't have to speak for Santos as much because Santos knows English very well. Where Andrade, they didn't really let him speak because they didn't think his English was good. But even though he has improved his English permanently, because obviously, how else would she marry Charlotte Flair? You gotta know English at least. But Santos Escobar was kind of fluent in English. That's why she doesn't need to talk as much. They wanted her over Electric Lopez for the main roster.
Who? Over who?
Electra Lopez,
Oh,
because she was usually the lady of the group, right, in NXT.
oh yeah, right. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
think
but
I see that. Queen. Well, speaking of Zelina, you talking about bad gimmicks. When she won the Queen of the Ring thing,
oh
she became
shit,
Queen Zelina. That was a
yes,
waste of time.
oh yes, that I hate that.
That was so bad.
You know, what I also hate King Corbin.
Can we just talk about all the gimmicks after his lone wolf
Hmm.
gimmick was bad? Like all of them. All
Yes,
God, man. King Corbin, broke Corbin, happy Corbin, all this he's just no. Just no.
and now they're trying to make it like the new JBL where it's a gamble and stuff.
Yep, and it's not
I
doing anything
I
for
do like yes, I do like Rhea Ripley's new gimmick of Judgment Day because she's a total badass and she's just like I think she's the most dangerous heel in WWE because her attitude makes her like that, and she's strong as hell. So I think she's the most dangerous heel in WWE right now. Even though she's not in the women thing, right? She's not involved with the women, right? Like in the main storyline, even though she's part of Bailey's team, but she's more involved with the faction wars. But this rejuvenated Rhea Ripley's career.
Yes, it did. Absolutely. She's probably the most one of, if not the most over female wrestler in the division, and she's not even part of a main women's storyline. And it's like it's nuts.
Yeah. Do you remember remember NXT when she came over to stage after UK? She was so damn badass. Like people love that badass Rhea Ripley, and she was a face, but she was still badass. Like because a lot of people love badass babyface, and she was because she went up against Shayna Baszler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? She went up with Shayna Baszler, and after that, when she got involved with Charlotte, like when they won her WrestleMania, that kind of hurt her career a bit, hurt her a bit. Then she started to get a little bit at NXT, and then when she got caught up, it kind of went away. And then she had
Yeah.
like tag team to Liv Morgan and Nikki Cross, and she wasn't the badass anymore. And yeah, she had to turn heel to become badass again, and that worked for her. And
They also had the match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
She lost.
mhm. Like this is, and the good news about her, she's only like 24, 25, and she,
Really young.
yeah, I can see why she's the closest. Like some people could say she's the closest thing to China because
Yeah.
she's really that. I mean, she's really that big and strong, and I mean, Bianca Belair might say might be the strongest. I don't. Rhea Ripley might be just almost as strong, or maybe more powerful.
I think they're almost neck and neck with each other as far as strength.
Yeah,
Which is why we definitely need to see these two go at it at WrestleMania. It needs to happen.
Dominic. Yeah, I like her Dominic. I like how she's like has him in her grasp because I think Dominic. I think the whole thing is Dominic has like a crush on her. Obviously, he's manipulated her. She's manipulated him. Obviously,
Yeah.
they try to do stuff with Sonya Deville. I think look,
Told you.
she's underrated. She's underrated in the ring because I think she's very good in the ring.
Yeah, she is. It's just it almost feels like they don't know what to do with her. Like they want to make her like the MMA badass, or do they want to make her like the general manager? Or what are they doing? I don't know.
Yeah. And I thought that general manager stuff with her and Naomi, I mean, it went on too long, but I thought she was getting like I thought she was getting somewhere with that. Now she's more on the back burner, right? I think that's the thing. Like, why can't SmackDown build these women? And then we had SmackDown a lot of bad. Who were some bad woman gimmicks? Emelina. One day.
Oh, you didn't like Melina's gimmick?
Emelina.
Emelina.
Remember that?
Oh, I try not to. Try not.
I like Melina's gimmick. I love Melina's gimmick.
Yeah. Oh wait. Alexa Bliss. The whatever they were trying to do with the Fiend and shit, and the Firefly Funhouse. I was not digging that at all.
No. How did she gain superpowers just like that?
Cause Bray gave it to her.
Oh, Bray gave it.
I don't know. And it's like she still seems to be in a bit of a limbo when it comes to her character. I think I think because like we saw like this weird exchange she had with her, Bianca and Asuka backstage. So maybe they're slowly starting to build something with her, but it just seems like they don't know what to do with her at this right now as far as character.
I know what they need to do there. They need to get that bitch out of her again when she was a heel.
Yeah,
That
let's
Alexa
get the
Bliss.
goddess back, please.
Yeah, the goddess. Yes. That Alexa Bliss, they need to bring that one back.
They
The one that was on top on the Raw division for like a year and a half.
Right? Yes, I want that
And
Alexa Bliss back. And he
and
was also really good on the mic back then too.
I know a lot of people back in the day when she was rating on top of Raw, a lot of people were shitting on her on Twitter. She's not a good wrestler, but they're always pushing her over this woman or this woman. I'm like, I was defending her because she's not the greatest wrestler, but she's actually decent in the ring and she could work the mic. That's why she was getting the titles and getting on TV a lot because she's actually very good. One of the few women that can actually talk.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree. Like, yeah, her wrestling ability, she's fine. She's fine, but not the greatest. But like her mic work was excellent. she was able to actually sell that goddess character for sure. Even when she was trying to
Yeah,
do the Firefly and Funhouse, she was doing the best of what she was working with. But yeah, we
she
definitely
was
need.
having fun with it.
She was having fun with it, but like, yeah, we need to bring back the goddess back. Yeah, I missed that. But let's list. Oh,
Hmm.
remember back in NXT when she had that fairy gimmick?
Yeah, the cheerleader fairy gimmick. Yeah.
The fairy gimmick, yeah, that was cute.
Oh,
But yeah, that was it was yeah.
oh, I know a bad woman's gimmick.
But
Car- Carmella's second gimmick where she came back as a stripper.
oh oh
You remember that?
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, okay, so controversial statement. I've never been a big fan of Carmella. Like the with the what was the first gimmick she had, which the Long Island
Stan
IC,
Allen, yeah, yeah,
Stand Island IC, whatever that was. I
yeah,
didn't care for that.
with Enzo and yeah, with Enzo and Cass, right?
Yeah, she was the best when she was with Enzo and Cass, but
Hmm.
like by herself, I just never really cared for her. I thought the stripper stuff. I didn't love that either, but I thought it was a slight improvement from that IC crap. Like, but even then, I'm just like, wait, come to think of it, what happened to her? What happened to Carmella? She's just gone.
Mandy Rose is still NXT champion because they have no idea who they want to take the title off of her. That's why she's still NXT Women's
Yeah,
champion.
there's really no one other than Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark, um
And it's not gonna be Zoe Stark because she's a heel now.
she's a heel, right? Exactly.
I think it's gonna be Roxanne Perez. That's what I think.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I can see that.
I mean, like we're gonna get into NXT predictions next week, but because we don't know who's the fifth member of each team, right? They only have four so far. Not each team. I'm sorry, but four spots for the Iron Man whatever match it is. Iron Man six pack gauntlet match. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's.
The six challenge King in the Mountain
Yeah,
challenge to beat the clock. Iron
yeah.
Survivor. Wait, it's called Iron Survivor. I think it's called Iron Survivor or something like that. I don't know, but it's ridiculous. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Who was that chick that was in the way with Johnny Gargano and Candice
Randy
LeRae?
Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell. They could put the title on her. I think she could run the title with a little bit.
I'm surprised she's not up on the main roster with Dexter Loomis.
I think she needs to go. She definitely needs to go since he just became a Raw superstar after being the Miz. Like she
Of
definitely.
course.
I mean, we all knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But pretty obvious. But yeah, they do need to bring Indy Hartwell up now. But if they for some reason they're keeping him in NXT, but so if you're going to keep her in NXT, give her something to do. Give her a title shot.
I like Cora Jade. She's not bad, but the couple weeks ago when it's like a report came out, she's the next Sasha Banks. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Oh boy. Yeah, Cora Jade is probably the only other one I could see holding the title, but she's kind of a heel too, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so far in that match is Zoe Stark, Roxy Perez, her, Cora Jade, and is it Nikita Lyons?
Nikita Lyons.
There's a fifth member. And right, there's a fifth to be determined on NXT. And the same
Oh
for the
yeah, the
men.
triple threat match, right?
Yeah. That was so stupid watching that. I'm like, the legends, the wrestling legends were going over, oh, I like this about her, or I don't like this about her, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah, so hokey. Why did we even need that? Like, why don't you just do qualifying matches all the day?
Well, that was I was thinking.
Like you gotta sit in a room with all these other legends talking about
Is it,
who do you
and
think
the,
deserves a
and the
match?
and the fifth spot has to go through a match. If I was in that match for the fifth spot, I'd be pissed off.
Oh yeah, because you had all the legends pick certain superstars while you have to actually win a match to get
Yeah.
to it. I'm like, it's ridiculous, man.
Oh
But
yeah.
whatever it is. Oh, okay. So speaking of NXT, okay, who's that one chick that that wears the pajamas?
Mandy Chu.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not. Look, she's cute and all. She's not. She's actually pretty decent in the ring. But this whole slumber party pajama gimmick that she's doing, no, No, like
Yes, agreed.
how are you bringing this gimmick if they decide to call her up? How is this going to work on the main roster? That's all I'm thinking. Like this gimmick just seems so childish.
It can't. It only can work on the main roster in a comedic role. It can't. It's not like you're not gonna put this title on this kind of gimmick.
That's the thing, and it's like I don't want her to just be like the just the comedic
Mm-hmm.
stuff because she's actually pretty good in the ring. But it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know that one they need to. I hope she grows out of that, like the Bailey buddy stuff that she grew out of that eventually. I was waiting for her to grow out of that. Like enough of the inflatable tube men. Serious Bailey, please. But so that's another silly gimmick. Oh, scripts.
Scripts. That's a bad. Oh yeah, we can really put that on there.
Scripts.
I
Oh,
think she's feuding with Emma, but scripts you can really put that on there. That's a bad gimmick right away.
yes, that is bad. It's already bad, man. Like, what were they thinking, man?
Oh, Reggie, man, yeah, but like you got this guy, you know, hacking or leaving voicemails into the PC center. Then weeks later, we reveal scripts, and it's that guy with a ridiculous mask.
Ridiculous mask. I'm like, what? That's completely not what I was thinking. But okay. So it was so odd. It was so odd.
Oh, it's a bad gimmick. I mean, man, and Nick Reggie had to go back to NXT because he needed to sharpen his skills because all he did was basically went away.
Oh yeah, I'm all for him going back to NXT and trying to reforge a new character and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Package him. I'm good. I'm all for repackaging him, but like this is not it, man. This is totally not it. I think they should have just doubled down on the dark tone and sensibility they were doing with those promos before he debuted it. Continue with the hacking stuff. Like make him a dark character. Like this is just silly. Like
Hmm.
I don't know, man. But like I said, we only saw him for one night, so maybe we could see what happens after this. But like I don't know, not a great first impression.
Oh
Um
no. I mean, there were some rather bad gimmicks. Yeah, Scripps is up. What do you think of Dijak? Like,
Dijak's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
It's
I mean,
fine.
oh, bad gimmicks. Because Dijak was it's a great point. Because Dijak, we could segue to Retribution.
Oh my god. What was that? That was so bad. Like they're trying to be the new Nexus and having these ridiculous Mad Max masks and outfits. Like what? Like it's so awful, so awful. And that's
It's,
the start of the downfall of Mustafa Ali.
yeah,
Like, oh, it was just so bad. Like, you had Mia
I'm.
Yim in there as well doing this shit. I'm like, oh my god.
I don't get Joe Gacy's. Okay, I don't get him. That's the thing. He's confusing to me. The way they make Joe Gacy is confusing to me. I mean, early on, they made him very anti-vocal, anti this stuff. Like he was really, that's what he was. They had like something for him then, and then they changed that. And I don't get Joe Gacy's group anymore.
Oh,
Like of
Schism.
him, yeah, Schism. I don't get Joe Gacy anymore.
Honestly, I was starting to like Joe Gacy. Like when it seems like they're doing a different variation of the Wyatt family. That seems like that they were trying to do.
Yeah,
Um, and now with that they have um Ava Rain in there.
that's the only person I care about.
The honestly, yeah. I mean, even though like the other two was that
Yeah,
really good tag team in NXT UK.
and he ruined them. Yes. Gibson and Drake or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
Grizzled young veterans. Yes.
Grizzled young veterans, like I'm a fan of them, but like, yeah, they just haven't really done that much. right
they
now.
ruined that team, man. They should never have broken them up. They couldn't find two other guys to be part of Schism.
But well, I would say the grizzled young veterans isn't a bad choice, because like I'll be honest, the other two I didn't give a crap about before,
Mm-hmm.
before them. I didn't even know who they were. They didn't even do that much. It was mostly on Joe Gacy, but at least like with the grizzled young veterans and
Oh,
Ava Rain, they actually have like a face other than Joe
ah,
Gacy just being the main thing. Like they actually have people we can recognize, I guess.
I mean, I don't
So,
care about Ava Wing because she's the rock star, and it's just you'll see how far she goes. She's pretty tall. And she's just
oh
like,
yeah, the Samoan dynasty, they got some big people in there,
oh
man.
yeah, like if when they let her get physical, I think she could be dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to seeing how she does. Not only because she's the Rock's daughter, but like
Yeah.
looking at her stature and
Mm-hmm.
her physique, like she could do some damage if she practices properly. But I see some potential in Schism. I want to see how it goes. Maybe it could be the next Wyatt family or Sanity. It feels like a mixture of those two between a mixture of Sanity and the Wyatt family. So hopefully they do something with that
There's a lot of Bray in Joe's character, like early Bray's character.
for sure.
Yeah, I do see that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was, but yeah, Retribution had bad gimmicks.
Yeah, that was just
You know
terrible.
which gimmick which I thought was gonna be bad that actually got over? Fandango's gimmick. I thought it was gonna be bad, but actually got over. But it didn't last very long. They kind of like decided to like, no, we're not gonna continue this.
Well, they did kind of slightly continue with Breezango
Breezango was amazing.
yeah, Breezango was great. I loved it. And I didn't even
I don't
think
think they
that.
will. If
Do you
it,
think the Bloodline will have a female member? If it's not Ava Rain, then it's nobody else. I'll just say that right now. If they're not thinking about eventually bringing Ava Rain out of Schism, I can't think of anybody else.
can you imagine if it's Ava Rain? Wow.
Like that would be complete, especially if it would be a bigger slap in the face if Roman
Oh,
and Rock face off at WrestleMania, and then not only did I beat you at WrestleMania, but I got your daughter to join my stable. Eat that.
oh,
Oh, that would
oh.
be awesome.
You're pretty out good ideas out there. WWE, you listening to that? Do make it happen.
Make it happen. Make it happen. But of course, I do want to see what she does in Schism first before she decides to join the Bloodline. That probably won't be like till years down the line. Maybe Roman will retire by the time she gets to the main roster. But like that's. I mean, I can't think of any other female members to join the Bloodline.
I mean,
Really?
some people suggested Naomi, the wife of one of the Usos. Some people suggested Tamina.
Do you see Naomi or Tamina?
No, not Tamina, because if she's in Bloodline, you got almost like to have a title on you almost. Tamina to me is not. No, Naomi. They tried to make Naomi heel years ago. She's too much. Her if she has to get rid of that gimmick, that dancing gimmick. If she wants to go heel,
Yeah, the
that gimmick
neon
has to
shit.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. She needs to get rid of that if that's the
The
case.
problem is Solo does need a title, but Gunther has a title right now, and he needs to lose it first.
Yeah, and it's like Solo I think is great, but I think he needs to build up his match wins and him being a dominant wrestler before he thinks about facing someone like Gunter. Because like
Hmm.
Gunter is just so dominant and undefeated. Like I don't feel like Solo has built himself up to where I can buy him taking the title off of him. It can
No,
happen one day, but he just needs to build himself up more instead of
that's
just being the muscle of the bloodline. He needs to break out
yeah,
of that.
that's what he is. He's like the enforcer, the muscle, the bloodline. Yeah, because you never see him like smile or hug or whatever, right? He's always serious. If you do see him smile or hug or laugh, it means he breaks character, and that's probably because of Sami Zayn.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. Well, there's some really bad. What are some bad AEW gimmicks?
Um,
My problem with AEW, almost everybody's over. That's my issue with AEW.
That's the thing. There's not really a lot of bad gimmicks in the AEW. Um. Oh, you Well, what was it? Pretty Peter Avalon.
Yeah, that's a bad gimmick. And Leva Bates, the librarians. That's a bad gimmick. No,
Hmm. Um, who's the who's that guy that was with the Elite that records them?
Brandon Cutler.
Brian Cutler. Yeah, they were trying to do like the dragon gimmick with him, and that didn't go anywhere. And now he's wearing this head mask thing, and like they're having him wrestle in that too. And I'm just like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Remember one point the Dark Order. Everybody seen him as a joke, right? Everybody seen him as a joke. This is not getting anywhere. But Dark Order, well, not anymore. But Dark Order over time was less of a joke. It became very fun to the fans, right? People started loving the Dark Order, especially John Silver. Like John Silver, that guy, like so small but he's strong, but he has so much energy and charisma. He's funny as hell.
dude, John Silver, like I'm waiting for him to become a breakout. You
Yeah.
know, because like he has personality. He's really good in the ring. Like, yeah, he definitely like out of all the members of the Dark Order, other than Brody Lee, may he rest in peace.
Hmm.
And what was the other? What was the Stu Grayson? And what was the other dude with the mask? That was tag teaming with Stu.
Uno, what's his name?
Evil Uno. Yeah.
Evil.
Other than them, like everyone else, like just is just there.
That faction is like it's that faction is breaking one by one because I think one of the members just turned heel on them and got rid of the mask. If I'm
Yeah.
correct.
Oh yeah. Number 10.
Yeah.
Turned on him. Yeah.
So they're hanging on just by a thread because there's like 5 or 4 people left. Because I'm
Honestly, like I'm gonna be real with you. Dark Order, like they've always struggled as a faction, in my opinion. Like I had a hard time buying into them when they first started. They start to get some momentum when Brody Lee came in, but then he
Mhm.
passed away, and it's like, yeah, they were. I mean, people were starting to, they were starting to get over because of Brody's passing, but now that everyone's like, everyone's had closure with him. Now they're just back to being just this other faction that nobody really cares about, and they should have they should have had Hangman do more with them, because it's like he kind of messes with the Dark Order, but not really. He still wants to be a lone wolf. Like Hangman was their last option to make the Dark Order relevant, because
And
other
yeah.
than that, do they don't do much. They don't do anything. Like Hangman could have brought them over more if he became maybe the new leader of the Dark Order or something, or I don't know. It just felt like they didn't know what to do with them.
Mhm.
And then
Uh,
you had Ty Conti and what's her name? Uh
Anna Jay.
Hannah Jade be a part of it. Like they tried to do something with that, but nope. Now they're with the Jericho Appreciation Society. It's like, ah, what a shame.
Yeah, we're gonna talk Ruby Soho on Monday. It's all about wrestling episode 50. And so definitely Ruby Soho. I mean, yesterday was day of comebacks in AEW.
Yeah,
This Crescent, we're really starting to see the small seeds planted,
yeah.
especially last week when Britt didn't let Jamie Hayter answer the question by Tony Schiavone. She took the reins. So there's small seeds. I would say maybe sometime next year, or maybe just before the new year. I don't know.
Mm. Oh, thought of another one. Br- Brandy Rhodes.
No, Brandy was
With
everything
with
is horrible.
well, everything is horrible, but specifically when she was being the manager to Awesome Kong and cutting girls' hair off. What?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
What?
Why she wanted to go dark all of a sudden? Like
Like
she was like a dark character. Like why?
why? She wants to be a wrestler so bad. She wants to be a wrestler so bad. Like she's mediocre in the ring. I'm not gonna say she's awful, but like she's not anything special in the ring either. Like no, you just stick to being a manager, or I don't know, just stay at home. I don't know. Like
No,
I
just
said,
stay at home.
just stay at home. I mean, I don't want it to sound like that mean or anything, but just
I
like
know.
Brandy, like, look, I like Brandy, but like, she's best at being a manager. I know
Yes,
she
she is.
wants to be a wrestler, but it's like it's just not working out for her. It's just not. So I'm glad she pulled back on that a lot. Um,
Yeah, that is a bad gimmick. I agree. I mean, whatever gimmick is.
I'll admit. Okay, so I
American
might
Babe.
right. I'll admit. Okay, so I might get some heat on this, but I'm gonna be open with this. I like him now. I think he's great now. But when I first saw him, I was like, "What is this? What are you doing? Why is this character here? It's not gonna work. It's too goofy. It's too weird. What are you doing, Orange Cassidy?"
Yeah.
At first I was like, no, this is not working. Stop this. Stop it. It's not, it's too much. It's like he putting his hands in his pocket and he's doing the light taps. And it was like, oh, oh, oh. I'm like, what is this? And now he's one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW, bro.
Because he's actually good. He's actually good in the ring.
He's actually amazing in the ring, bro.
Yeah.
And they actually let him go, like he actually could wrestle, and yeah. So I was worried like he was going to do the silly stuff like the light taps for every match that he was in. And it was like if he kept doing that, I was like, this ain't going to work. But actually letting him go and like unpredictable, like you don't know what kind of Orange Cassidy you're going to get. And when we do get the more serious Orange Cassidy, it's like it's great. So it's like, yeah, I'm definitely behind Orange Cassidy now. He's great. Did you like? Oh, did you like Joker Sting?
I love Joker Sting.
You love Joker Sting?
One of
That
my
was
favorite.
that was another one that
Yeah.
had
Did
to grow
you?
on me. That was another one that had to grow on me. At first, I was like, "What? Why is he acting like the Joker? This is so strange. This seems out of character for Sting." But like the more he did, I was like, the more I started to like it actually. So yeah, that was great.
I never seen Sting have so much fun as a character as Joker Sting.
I know. Like
Like,
it was different with me because we are used to seeing the more like the really serious thing. So it's like just to see him go all crazy and stuff like that. Like it was very entertaining to watch.
it worked against it worked at that time because Dark Knight. It happened a few years after Dark Knight, but like Dark Knight was like it was a talk of the movies. Right? It was a talk of the comic book movies. Like
Right, right.
right, like 2008, Dark Knight came out, and I think Joker Sting came out in 2010. He was that character in 2010, even though it was
Yeah,
2 years. But
2010.
people are still talking about Dark Knight. Nobody was really talking about like Iron Man all that much. Yeah, some of the X Men. They were talking about still Dark Knight. Dark Knight really had a long lasting effect compared to the other comic book movies, and Joker and Sting just embraced it, like he embraced the Crow Sting. Crow Sting was needed for NWO. This Sting was kind of created for for Hogan because it was Hogan and Bischoff, and it was just pure crazy.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Let's see.
Oh, you know what's a bad gimmick?
What?
I love this wrestler. AJ Styles. I love this wrestler. But when they try to make him Ric Flair,
I was just thinking that. I was like, what? What is this? And then he dyed his hair with the blonde highlights. I'm like, oh no. And they gave him the robe too. Like, no, bruh. Like, you're not Ric Flair. Stop trying to be Ric Flair, bruh.
you know what's good at being Ric Flair and other wrestlers? Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal. Yeah.
Like Machismo.
Oh, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, when he was doing the Jay Lethal, the Randy Savage impressions, which he was a little too good at that.
Yeah, he was too good. He
Oh,
was too.
but yeah, that was I actually did like Black Machismo. trying to think of those. Those is there. Oh, do you like the Broken Hardys?
Little bit.
A little bit.
I know it got over. It got Matt Hardy really over. The broken Matt Hardy,
Yeah.
and right, it got him over.
Hmm.
Jeff Hardy didn't really need to get broken. He was always over. Matt Hardy always needed to do more to get himself over because Jeff Hardy could just, do something crazy, do a crazy stunt, and he's over.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of refreshing when they both were broken because like that felt like we were, Jeff Hardy was himself for like very way too long in my opinion. Like it's always that the baby face and stuff like that with the face paint, but it's like it was nice to see a little bit more edge from Jeff.
Yeah, like when it became Willow, I didn't mind Willow all that much.
Willow the Wisp.
I love the transformations with Matt Hardy in the first spring, not a Stampede match, the Stampede match. Yeah, the first Stampede match at,
Hmm.
in 2020. That was fun. When he goes to the fountain, he goes in the pool, and he comes out as broken Matt Hardy or something.
Hmm. Yeah, that was very creative. That was very creative.
Yeah, yeah, and I did like that a little bit. Oops. Some really bad gimmicks.
I'm trying to think. Uh,
Snitsky.
Snitsky?
Yeah, remember Snitsky?
Oh
I
yeah,
did. I did
with
not kick
really
your
bad
baby.
teeth. Yeah, that I didn't care for that
Yeah.
at all. Trying to think. Oh, Doink the Clown.
Oh, yeah.
That was so stupid. Why? Why? Why a clown? What? Or Eugene?
You know the reason they made a baby. Oh, Eugene. Yeah, you know the reason why they made Dwight the Clown babyface, right? Because he was scaring all the kids as a heel, so they wanted to make him a babyface. I think they did the Undertaker too. That's why they made Undertaker a babyface because he was scaring the kids.
What? But what? Okay. All right. You have this dude coming out of a coffin
Yeah, I know.
in ominous blue lighting and lightning, telling people to rest in peace, choke slamming them, and you're telling me, "Oh, it's scaring the kids. We gotta make a baby face." Which I mean, it's fine. Undertaker was a great baby face, but that's just a weird reasoning. Um,
Dwight the Clown. Yeah, Eugene was bad. Eugene was
it was
bad.
just
That
terrible.
was you can't do a Eugene character now, man. No, you get in
No,
so
you
much shit.
cannot. You cannot.
No, no.
Yep, you will get canceled by the special special people. But
Yeah,
okay, did you like Santino Marella?
I like them as a comedy act.
Yeah, yeah, for the most part, yeah. So you didn't care for his Intercontinental Championship run?
No, the only good thing about that was him and his Beth Phoenix's relationship. That's it. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, because the thing is, he's actually pretty good in the ring.
Yeah, he's pretty decent in the ring, yeah. That Cobra finishing move that he does with his arm, I'm like, are people really selling to this?
Yeah,
They
I
are
know.
like the hands making the snake move, and then they're hitting him in the face, and they have to pretend that they're knocked out by that. Okay,
Yeah,
all right, we're doing this. We're doing this.
yeah.
Um, though I will say the one gimmick that Santino did that I just thought was completely idiotic. The 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, which he dressed up as a woman to be in the Battle Royal.
Satina.
That was
Yeah.
why? Just why? And everyone's falling for it. Everyone's falling for it. Like, oh god, that was so
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
so awful.
Yes, I remember Santina. Did he come back as Santina in one of the women's Royal Rumbles?
I think he tried to. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
That
was
was pretty. That was pretty bad. I remember that.
yeah, gosh. Um, Some other really bad gimmicks.
I mean, WCW had tons of them.
Oh,
Well,
bruh.
Roadblock. I remember giving this wrestler named Roadblock. Is
Mm.
bad. Glacier.
Glacier. No, no, no.
Yeah, because they wanted to, remember they had a Glacier, they had like Wrath, they had like, what's the other guy? Cannon used to be the guy, right? Yeah, they wanted to name characters after like Mortal Kombat characters. Like Glacier's Ice, It was,
It's like,
I
dude.
remember, oh, I don't know if you remember this. Do you remember Goldust? Went back to WCW and he was this seven character and he had this hat on and his face was all pale white and they had to get rid of that character because it made him look like his promos. The way he said his promos, almost like he was watching you through a window, stuff like that, stalking you.
Oh, didn't he try a similar thing like that in TNA?
Maybe. Oh, DDP WWE,
DDP. What did it, what happened with
the
DDP?
stalker gimmick in WWE.
Oh. Yeah, nope. That's not in good taste.
No,
Dang, the shit that they got away with back then, bro. Oh
no,
man.
that was not good. The stalker gimmick. Oh.
No.
And his others, and when he later on became it's positively Page or something like that. Remember, he
Oh,
always had that smile.
oh yeah. Then that's them overcompensating. Like no,
Yeah, they ruined DDP and WWE ruined DDP.
unfortunately.
Yeah, they did. They did that to W. Oh, remember Buff Bagwell had like one match with WWE. He got fired like the next day.
That bad. Oh, bruh. You know what? I'll throw this in there. A big time Bex. No,
Yeah.
no,
Mhm.
nobody wanted her as a heel, and her wearing these ridiculous Lady Gaga outfits. Like, no, no.
The only person who wanted her as a heel was herself.
Did she want to be heel?
Yeah, she wanted to be heel.
Oh well, I'm glad she tried out her experiment, and we saw that didn't
I
work.
is what is being her turning heel is what got her to become uh, the man in the first place.
Right, exactly.
Cause she punched out Charlotte, and everybody was tired of Charlotte as a
Right,
babyface.
and
Nobody
then
likes Charlotte. Yeah,
right, and then yeah, nobody know, dude. I'm sick of Charlotte. I'm so sick of her. But like she at the same time, while she turned heel, she ended up turning into a babyface at the same time because
yeah.
everyone wanted to see her kick Charlotte's ass.
And they try to make it for a few months. They try to make Charlotte the baby face, right?
Hmm.
And then no, they realized, you know what? Becky's better off as a baby face, and they had to turn Charlotte heel because
Hmm.
people were just tired of Charlotte being pushed down our throats, right? And we
Right,
kind of do need Charlotte on the pecking order of the women's division because we kind of do really do need Charlotte. She's one of the cream of the crop of the women's division, but as a heel, not as a baby face. She still works as a heel.
yeah, she
Like
works better as a heel.
yeah,
Though, I do kind of agree. Like, we do kind of need her back to help fill out the SmackDown Women's Division.
oh
But at the
yeah.
same time, as the moment she walks back into SmackDown or Raw, wherever she comes back, you know they're gonna skyrocket her back to the title picture. That's what just annoys me. You know that like they always
Uh,
it's the Roman Reigns of the women's division, bro.
if it's if Ronda Rousey is still champion, I have no problem with that.
Well, yeah, Charlotte. I wouldn't have a problem with Charlotte taking it off of Ronda. It's the lesser of two evils. But
Yeah, yeah. If it's
that's the
not
one.
Ronda, yeah, I agree. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
the one time I will root for her as a babyface to take the
Yeah,
title off of Ronda, please.
yeah. Because like Wanda is horrible, and
Just
I
awful.
personally don't think I want to see her wrestle WrestleMania. But we know she's going to wrestle WrestleMania.
Oh, you know it's gonna happen. You know it is.
Uh,
They cannot keep her away from WrestleMania.
and
Um,
she's not even as big as a star as people makes her out to be. She's not mainstream star anymore.
she's not like nobody cares
Yeah,
anymore. Nope. It
nobody
almost
does.
right. It almost feels more insulting that she's still wearing Roddy Piper's like attire. It's insulting now.
Oh, Waddy Piper could wrestle. He could talk. He could
Hmm.
like Piper was just perfect, man. Like back in
Yeah.
she's not he's nothing. She's nothing like Pipe.
No, nothing like it. You don't deserve to be called rowdy and wear his colors if you're not gonna bring your A game, bruh. Like,
or be rowdy at all because Piper was crazy.
right? Like he was nuts. He was freaking
Yeah,
nuts.
this guy hit Steven Snook in the head with a coconut for God's sake, and he kicked Cindy Lauper too.
Hmm. Right. We don't see anything like that from Ronda Rousey.
No,
Nothing.
no, no. Why is this generic? She's boring. She's UFC. She has. That's a problem with WWE in general. You always get the UFC MMA people in, and they always have the same issues. Can't talk, and their wrestling is boring. And that's like Matt Riddle, Ken Shamrock, or maybe even Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle for it's not really MMA UFC, but Kurt Angle had the tools.
Yeah,
But
I
like
mean, he was regular wrestler,
yeah, they try
college
to make
wrestling.
they always try to make these UFC MMA fighters the same thing most of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Lily, the only three that like where it really worked for them was Matt Riddle, Ken Shamrock, and Shayna Baszler. Like
Shayna Baszler definitely on the NXT. I don't know about the main roster all that much.
main roster, I'm like it's a little shaky, but at least like
Yeah,
they're trying a little bit harder to make her the badass again, but like it's not doing her any favors like
if she,
allying with Ronda. It
if they
is
want to
not.
make her if they want to make her badass, I mean this will get her a massive cheer. Take out Wanda.
Take out Ronda. I
She's
would
gonna
want
get
to.
cheered. She will get cheered.
She would definitely will get cheered. Yes. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing that match.
Yes.
Shayna Baszler versus Ronda. That would be very interesting.
And I don't want Wanda to be the baby face.
Hmm.
Shayna Baszler's not the best on the mic either, but they don't make her try to cut a long promo like Wanda at times.
Yeah, like yeah. Whenever she did do promos, like at least back in NXT, like they didn't have to have her say that much.
Yeah, her fighting, her actions were the words for her, did the talking for her.
Hmm. The only thing is like if she ever were to face Ronda, I don't know if I want to see her as a babyface.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to see either of them as a baby face.
Yeah, that's the only thing. So I guess the only thing to do is, put them together. I mean, this is half of what they wanted because they were going to do the four horsewomen staple, but one of them went to AEW and one of them's not wrestling right now. The other
Yeah,
two
the one
girls.
in AEW sucks at wrestling.
Yep. So part of me is like, man, I'm actually kind of glad she didn't form a tag team with the other girl.
Yeah,
They're
yeah. I
not.
mean, they teased at the Mae Young Classic, right? The four horsemen of both, right? The UFC,
Mhm.
Wanda's four horsemen, and then WWE. I'm like, yeah, but by the time that happens, it'll be like 2030, and it could happen now.
Right, like yeah. First of all, like there's like no way in hell we're gonna see Sasha, Bailey, Becky, and Charlotte be
No,
on the same team, not for another 10 years, or say if we're even lucky. And then we almost were forming the UFC horsewomen stable because like I said, the other two were a tag team with Shayna and NXT, so it's like they almost were forming it, but then the other two disappeared. Then Ronda came back. It's like, oh dang, oh well. But
yeah,
that would be WrestleMania worthy though if they were able to do the WWE horsewomen versus the UFC
it would,
horsewomen. That would be
it
WrestleMania.
would, definitely would. I would love to see that. It's just AEW is building up Maria Shafir. Like, no offense to her as a person, like she's a problem solver. Like she's dangerous, and I'm like, yeah, but did you watch her matches?
Yeah, it's not very good. Yeah, you stay with AEW Dark.
Yeah. The problem is AEW tends to put wrestlers on their main shows that are not really ready yet, and that's why you see a lot of botches in AEW.
Yeah, yeah. Like I get like, they're they put matches with them on like Dark and Elevation, and they're thinking, oh yeah, that's enough to put them on Dynamite because they got enough matches under their belt. No, no,
Mm.
that's more than just the matches. You gotta have some character. You gotta be good on the mic because like Dynamite is where you build the characters. Like like Dark almost works almost as like a kind of like the NXT division for AEW, I guess. Like, 'cause that's their starter up to see how they do
Yeah.
before they do it. Um, and it's like I'm almost with AEW. They want to build new stars, and like I'm totally for that. But it's like you gotta help mold their characters. That's something that WWE has over them. Like they actually have like classes and stuff, and like actually have like writers' rooms so they can work with people on how to do characters. I don't know if AEW has that necessarily.
No. They probably have like certain wrestlers, and the company probably have like their own gym where they could learn. Like QT Marshall has his own place where they could learn and train. So probably like that. But yeah, they don't have a performance center like WWE does, where you could just learn how to be not just a wrestler, but also an entertainer. Because like you said, you need classes to be able to promos, and that's
Right.
hard. Sometimes harder than wrestling itself is actually be able to talk in front of a crowd.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, it's easy to well, I wouldn't say easy, but it's like it's easy to have a really good match. But it's more than just having a good match. You got to have people remember who you are, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of really good wrestlers out there, but
There's a lot of good wrestlers, but they don't stand out.
exactly. Like the only new wrestler that where they started out in like Dark and Rampage and they went to Dynamite and it worked out well for them was Hook. That was
Mm-hmm.
like the best example of them like slowly building his character. They weren't rushing it, you know, and they kept it simple with him. And when he went to Dynamite, he already was a star. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's no problem trying. Like they don't have house shows or stuff like that. Performance center to develop whatever.
oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
Dark and Elevation is their house shows.
yeah,
So
yeah, and yeah, pretty much. What else? Like, what else is there?
really really bad gimmicks.
I know there was a gimmick in WCW called the Demon. That was pretty bad.
Not to be confused with Finn Balor's demon.
No, that's a great gimmick.
That's an amazing gimmick. They need to
Yeah.
bring it back.
Uh, what gimmick?
Okay. Oh, wait. I don't even know why I didn't bring this up. R-Truth, no. First of all, remember the little Jimmy shit that he was doing? He
Hmm.
pretended that he was having an imaginary friend.
Yes.
Like, yeah, and now, and R-Truth, God dang it. That just, idiot R-Truth, I am not a fan of idiot R-Truth. I'm just not. I'm tired of it. It has run its course. He's been doing this for 10 years, over
He
10
has
years.
been. It's been a slip character. Yes.
Yeah, it is done. It's over. Like, why are they still doing this?
I'll say this about Archer. He looks incredible shape for almost a guy's 50.
He's 50 and he still looks great, and he
Yeah.
still can go in the ring. Like,
Hmm.
dude,
But
like, I wish.
Scotty's hurt.
Oh yeah, he is hurt. Right? Yeah. Oh, how unfortunate. But yeah, remember this is the former United States champion. Did he win the world title? I don't know if he did.
And he did a TNA.
He did TNA. Like he could I wish we could see a more serious R-Truth. I mean, if you want him to still rap, I guess that's fine. But like I'm
Well,
just
if they had TNA Archer, oh my god.
oh, if we had TNA R-Truth, oh man. That Ron the Truth Killings?
Yes.
Yes. I want that R-Truth, bruh. Like I'm tired of idiot R-Truth. I'm tired of it. Little Jimmy. Like, no, oh God, I'm tired of it. Tired of it.
Hmm. I mean, also like I didn't expect like the Miz gimmick. I'm like, oh my god, get rid of this guy. And
Which
then
one?
it worked. Yeah. Oh, Winter's babyface. The Miss gimmick doesn't work.
Oh, the baby face? No. No. Nope, 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 nope.
What else?
Uh, wasn't there a Jeff Hardy one that was a actually I did like Hill Jeff Hardy that I did like
Hmm.
that until
Oh, man.
the Victory Road incident.
Yeah,
But
Jeff Hardy was heel. You're right. You're right. He was immortal. He was heel, right?
in Immortal, yeah. Oh, you're right. He just brought it up. Immortal, yeah. Um,
Oh my god.
I did not care for Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. But the other people in Immortal I did like.
Who was in immortal? Abyss, Hardy,
Abyss,
Jarrett,
Hardy, Bully Ray.
Bully. Wow.
I liked Bully Ray a lot.
I like Bully Way too, man.
Yeah,
I did it too.
he was like one of the best heels back then.
Him, him in Impact, and also in the Ring of Honor days.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like he
Yep.
was really, he really, like him as a he said in an interview that Steve Austin broke with Scott Sessions, right? He takes being a heel very seriously because you know some heels like they do things and they do it to get cheered too.
Mm-hmm.
Bullyway is the opposite. As a heel, he wants to get booed.
Oh yeah, he wants to become a scumbag, like a
Yeah,
complete
yeah,
scum.
basically, yeah.
And
As
I
heels should be, right?
well, it depends. It depends on the situation, because like there's like some heels that are just so badass,
Or
like you just can't help but like love him. But like in
that's
his
Roman
case,
Reigns.
yeah, that's Roman Reigns, yeah. But like Bully Ray, like no, they straight up like,
He
and
was
it's not like Baron Corbin heat, like we don't want to see you on TV type of heat. Like they
that's
actually,
that's a go away heat.
yeah,
That's
that's a
not what he.
go away heat. But no, Bully was like that was that good heat that he wanted, like an asshole, complete scumbag of the earth.
I'll tell
Uh,
you, it's like that, and we're gonna discuss it Monday. MJF.
Oh,
God.
MJF. Oh man, that promo they put on Dynamite, fire,
Yeah,
absolute fire.
we're definitely gonna talk about the Monday because that was and what he did after that promo.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah,
I was expecting that too. I was like,
yeah,
he's going to attack him, isn't he? Yeah,
yeah. You can't
right
trust
on.
MJF.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
And like, if it wasn't for Roman Reigns, MJF would be the top heel in wrestling.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Trying to think of the really bad gimmicks.
I don't remember like Humberto Carrillo. Remember they were trying to push him. Like,
No, 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 no.
yeah, he was terrible. Like,
Not good.
no.
Jim
Oh, Ascension.
Ascension. Wait, actually, Ascension was pretty good in NXT, but then when they got to the main roster, it was garbage.
Because you know what? I knew that gimmick was going to fail on the main roster. It was not a main roster gimmick.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
That's the problem. Like you see, like you mentioned, Wendy Chu. There are some gimmicks in NXT that are not main roster like gimmicks, and Wendy Chu was like that, and Ascension was like that.
Mhm.
There's there's just some gimmicks in the NXT that just don't fit the main roster.
Yeah, yeah. I almost thought it would. I almost thought it would have worked because like we don't have a lot of like heel tag teams like that. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they would have been like the Road Warriors, but like they had like a similar vibe with the Road Warriors. Like they could have like doubled down on that, but not really. The similar thing with the War Raiders when they turned into Viking Raiders. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
all right. Well, okay. Well, it's starting to.
Yeah,
It looks like they're making them better now, but it's like I do miss the War Raiders. I do miss that. Oh, and Heavy
yeah,
Machinery, bruh. Heavy Machinery. I miss Heavy Machinery. Even though I do like Alpha Academy's pretty good, but like I did miss the Heavy Machinery.
yeah. You could take all this seriously now, man.
Yeah.
Like that. He should have never won the Money in the Bank. They did it as a joke. But now this Otis, I mean, obviously, you got faith in this Otis winning Money in the Bank more than that Otis. They could take it more seriously with this Otis, even though
Yeah.
he wouldn't cash it in either. I mean,
Yeah.
what a bad gimmick! It actually turned into a good gimmick recently with Austin Theory.
Oh yeah, the selfie theory, and now he's a more serious Austin
Mm-hmm.
Theory. Yes, 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 definitely.
Yes. And
What's that? What were you saying?
what about visionary Seth Rollins, the Messiah of Seth Rollins, turning into
Uh,
this Seth Rollins?
yeah, I did not. I know some people like the Messiah thing. I did not like the Messiah stuff. I did not.
Well, it didn't last that long, right? And then he started doing this. This is. He finally found. I mean, I know he's been on top for years and years, but I think he finally found what truly works for him.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like, yeah, even though I did like Seth Rollins before, it did seem like he was struggling to figure out his true character.
Hmm.
But like this one, I think he found something very unique. Uh,
Yeah.
oh, but speaking of other members of the Shield that didn't, well, that wasn't so lucky. What they were doing with Dean Ambrose slash John Moxley at the tail end of his WWE career, that was just what? What are you doing? Do you remember the segment where he was cutting a promo? I think he was cutting a promo against Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or something like that, and he was getting a needle in his ass.
Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, he was getting a needle in his ass like while he was cutting a promo. What
Yeah. Yeah.
is
Yeah.
what in the
And the
hell?
worst thing about that heel turn was it was on the day that Roman Reigns announced they had this cancer came back.
Hmm.
Like people were really upset when they did that heel turn on that night.
Yeah, yeah, that was really bad timing.
Yeah.
Really, really, really bad timing. Can you
Ministry of
imagine
Darkness.
the what was that again? Ministry of
That's the
Dark.
Undertaker's faction with the Acolytes, Viscera, Midian, Paul Bearer. Remember he
Uh,
crucified Stone Cold. He tried to marry Vince McMahon's daughter. I
uh,
actually did like that faction until it became the corporate ministry when they merged with the corporation. I did not like that.
oh, yeah, yeah. Nope, 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 nope. Um, how crazy would it be if Dean Ambrose, I mean, if John Moxley came back as John Moxley in WWE, that would be
He'd be
freaking.
so watered down. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, and then it's like I don't know if I could ever see him go back to being called Dean Ambrose. Like
No,
He is John Moxley. I can't I
I
can't see him as
I
anything else.
I personally think if there's any wrestler, I mean, obviously some people in AEW the top probably go to WWE, even top of the card.
Hmm.
It probably would go back if WWE gives them a good offer. But I think John Moxley probably be one of the few that I would say no.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't go back.
Yeah, because because like he looks free in AEW. He looks like he can do what he wants in AEW. He can say what he wants. He can act what he wants. As obviously as a character, he walks through the crowd. I mean, he bleeds almost every single match. He gets violent, and WWE wouldn't let that happen.
No, and it's like the only place I could see him thrive if he did come back to NXT is if he did come back to WWE is if he did go to NXT, but if it was still in the black and gold era, that was
Yeah,
probably the best place he would strive. But even then, he would be held back.
yeah, yeah. Wouldn't he? John Moxley wouldn't work in WWE unless they find a way to make it work. That's what I worry about MJF.
Right, because he can't cut those like uncensored promos that he does. Like he is a dirty, explicit character, and like I do not want to see him watered down
And yeah, and also the thing about MJF, he barely wrestles a year. If you go to WWE, you're gonna wrestle lots of times. He doesn't wrestle a lot.
unless he figures out a part-time
Yeah,
contract like Roman
they
Reigns.
won't. I mean, they won't give it to him because like even though he's a top in AEW, it's still AEW, man. He's not Moxley. He wasn't Brian Danielson. His name was Cesaro. I mean, he'd be a high price free agent, but like this is WWE compared to AEW in a bigger stage.
That's true. That's true.
It's
Like
not like you're a WCW superstar going to WWE.
yeah, that's true. Yes, they probably will have him like wrestle like I wouldn't think he'd have him wrestle every week, but like he definitely
Yeah,
have to wrestle like once every 2 or 3 weeks.
yeah. I'm a little worried about him because that promo last night. Well, we'll get to on Monday. He did
Mm.
mention basically WWE.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to get his stock up in AEW, so by the time like his contract does expire or whatever, he's thinking, oh, he could get some better deals or auctions at other wrestling companies. Wink, wink. Triple H. Wink, wink. Nick Khan. Think his stock will be up enough to where like they'll make him like one of the top priorities, whatever. Which I'm like, I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Mhm.
You're great, but like I don't know if you're great enough to for WWE to bend over backwards for you like that. But
I think I think they would do it for Omega though,
yes, dude,
and the Young Bucks.
if the Elite ever came to WWE, oh my gosh, they ain't
Yes.
even they ain't going to NXT. They going straight to the roster. They going
Oh,
straight to the main
it'd
roster.
be dumb if they go to NXT. That'd be the dumbest thing WWE would do. No, yeah, their main roster.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
oh, and Cody's already there. So
yeah.
yeah, they can literally form a faction right there.
They
Kenny, the
got
Bucks, and Cody. Literally.
and they got Styles, Gallows and Anderson. You got Finn Balor.
They could make a WWE Bullet Club.
Basically WWE has like their own NWO Bullet Club thing. The problem is who would be the leader because it'd be Omega, Finn, and Styles. It'd be like clashing.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be tricky
Yeah,
for sure.
but that'd be awesome though.
That would be cool. That would be really freaking cool. Oh, speaking of Gallus and Anderson, that's another bad gimmick when they were doing the doctor thing, whatever. I don't know what they were doing. They were doing
Yeah,
this thing.
with Dana Brooke.
Yep, that was some weird stuff. Why did they have to do
Oh,
that? I don't know.
Gallus did have another bad gimmick way before he became Gallus or Doc in Impact. He was
Hmm.
Festus. You remember Festus? And he was fake Kane. Remember the fake Kane gimmick?
Wait, that was him?
Yes.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh wow!
Yeah.
My mind is blown.
Yes.
I'd never do that.
Yep.
Wow.
He was fake Kane. That was terrible. That whole story was terrible.
Yeah, that was not good. I
That
did like
that
the
story
fake.
lasted that story lasted a month.
Yeah, glad it didn't stick around that long.
They
Like that
tried
was so bad.
they tried to copy the Undertaker thing. Remember fake Undertaker was
Yeah,
just
I was
one.
just about to say the fake Undertaker stuff, which also was stupid. What?
Yes.
Why? Like doppelganger? It's like no, no, do it like it. Oh, same
Uh,
thing they did with Sin Cara also. Like, why was Sin Cara versus Sin Cara? What? Why are we
oh
doing?
yeah. They did do the Subcara, yeah.
Yeah, like, mm-mm.
Yeah, because what I think the official Subcara was like a problem backstage or something. I don't know. He had like
uh, I
I
haven't
don't know.
heard. I haven't heard like the like any backstage trouble, but like the other dude that was trying to fight for the name of Sin Cara, I forgot his name. I don't know. I forgot his name. They had him. They actually had him wrestle unmasked, looking like a member of LAX.
Oh
I forget Hunico or something like
yeah,
that.
Hunico. Yeah, Hunico. Then he had like it was a bad gimmick and was really, really racist.
Uh oh.
Do you remember Mexicals?
Yeah. Yeah. Like wow. Like what is that name? What is
Yeah.
that name?
And the thing is, did it was Juventud Guerrero, right? Like Juventud Guerrero was a W for like a cup of coffee.
Hmm.
Was Juventud was it Psychosis and Super Crazy? They're like,
Yeah.
when you're riding like a tractor or something,
Yeah.
and they went along with it. I'm like, wow.
They just went along with it. Mm, mm, mm.
Um, I remember that. That was a bad. I mean, like it's very. You can't get away with that now, man. You can't make a group like that now.
Nope. Nope. You cannot.
Do you remember the faction when they came up with Charlotte, Becky team up with Paige? Remember they were called the sorority sisters. at first.
Oh, yeah, that was a dumb name.
Yeah, because you know why? You know why they changed it?
Why did they change it?
Something to do with corn, as Max like to say.
Wait, what? Wait, what? It had something to do with corn?
Yeah. the,
Oh,
the name did, yeah.
wow. Okay. They did not think that through. Wow. I didn't even know that was that was.
Oh, you know what's a terrible gimmick? Do you remember a gimmick meat? Sean Stasiak was like a boy toy for PMS. Yeah, you remember PMS?
No.
That was Terry Reynolds with Jacqueline. Pretty Mean Sisters.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'll tell you it was a terrible gimmick. I know she's very popular, but she was really bad in WWE overall. Sable.
Sable. God damn. Try to forget.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. Okay. Well, okay. They weren't really a gimmick. They were just like a faction that was really dumb. Layla and Michelle McCool did not like their their team up at all. Didn't and they were fat shaming Mickey James.
Yes, they were.
That was terrible. That was so bad. How did they get away with that? First of all, Mickey James is not even fat.
I know.
Like what? What the hell? I can't believe they got away with that. Can't believe that.
Did they? Oh, you know what's his worst gimmick that never came to fruition? Ric Flair being repackaged as his character named Spartacus in the early '90s. That's the reason he went to WWE.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spartacus.
yeah.
What the hell? Okay.
Kevin Nash's gimmicks before he became Diesel. Oz and Vinny Vegas.
Mm-mm. Oh no, 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 no. God, you had to be from Detroit too. What a terrible representation. Hate it.
Yeah.
I was never really a big fan of Kevin Nash either. It's just it is like for him to be the only wrestler from Detroit and like oh god no nope. And Diesel's was it was probably his best gimmick
Yeah.
was when he was with the NWO, but like other than that,
When
like
he was himself.
when he was himself, exactly. God. And when he's not breaking his
Yeah.
knee, when he's not breaking his knees for the 8th time.
Yeah. Yeah. And Hogan has like what? Hogan had like 25 hip surgeries? I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. For doing those leg drops for years.
Yeah. I think anybody could do that leg drop though. Such a great fishing move, a leg drop. Like what makes this leg drop so much more powerful than any other leg drop out there?
Because it's the Hulkamaniacs, brother. The power of Hulkamania runs through his veins, brother. That should be another topic. Some of the worst wrestling moves.
Worst finishing moves?
Worst finishing moves, yeah.
Leg drop is definitely up there.
That is definitely up there, yep.
There's another one's up there. Warrior Splash.
Yeah, that was freaking lame. That is
Oh,
lame.
punches. The knockout punch by Big Show. I'm like, what? Any punch can knock somebody out, really.
Oh my god, with the right hand, like, Argh! I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Knock someone out? All right. Okay, here's a hot take for people. People aren't going to like when I say this, but it's true. His signature move sucks. The people's elbow. It's just an elbow. He's just doing a bunch of flashy dances and then elbowing.
I know.
It's stupid.
At least he has the rock bottom, right?
At least he has the rock bottom, which is slightly better. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm sorry. The people's elbow ain't nothing. People want to
No.
talk about the 5-knuckle shuffle is lame. The people's
Yes.
elbow is lame.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, that was a bad gimmick too. The Rock's first gimmick when he came into WWE.
Oh,
Oh,
was he Rocky Maivia?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He was wearing that
Um,
ridiculous outfit at Survivor Series.
yeah.
Oh my god, what you were wearing? Oh my god.
That was the ringmaster for Austin when he came in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, can you imagine if they never became The Rock or Stone Cold?
And they
WWE would
just stick
probably
with
be
those.
out of business.
Yeah, they just stick with those ridiculous gimmicks that they had.
Yeah, WCW would have won.
Yep.
I'm pretty convinced. Yeah, they probably wouldn't have any wrestling anyway because WCW would be out of business eventually, and it'd be like no the wrestling anymore. It'd be all independents or something.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Yep. Yep.
it was.
Oh, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Oh yeah, it goes like this, right, or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep. Did
Yeah,
nothing.
and he tried the accent too. Remember?
Yep. Like, why do you have an accent? You're from Connecticut. What are you doing? It made no sense.
You know what? What's his theme music like? I remember his theme music. It's like the Drink Milk Love Life commercials.
Yeah,
Or some,
it's like some high
yeah,
art fancy music. I'm like, what? Sounds like the music you listen to while sipping tea and eating crumpets. I'm like, what?
yes,
No, 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 no.
yeah. I remember. Good thing he morphed into the game. Triple
Yes,
H.
thank God, thank God.
Oh, like, that was a pretty bad beginning gimmick for Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I mean, WCW was Terry Weising.
Oh yeah. So
Well,
um, think.
oh, I guess it's the Blue Blazer, Owen Hart. They got him killed.
Oh yeah,
That
fortunately,
was that was bad.
yeah. Yeah, very good thing good thing he changed out of that quick. Um,
Yeah. Oh, Rikishi's gimmick before Rikishi he was called a Sultan.
oh
It was bad.
yeah, I didn't like that either.
Savio Vega as Krong. Oh, Godfather had Papa Shango.
Oh, yep, that happened. Wow, that is not insulting at all whatsoever
No.
what they did.
Oh, do you remember the wrestler Nails, who was feuding with Big Boss Man? He's like a former inmate that Bossman pretty put away.
Oh yeah.
I mean, WWE had there was a lot of bad ones in the '90s. Really, a lot of bad ones in the '90s. Uh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
oh, when Sergeant Slaughter went heel, oh my god, became a sympathizer.
See, once again goes back to that stupid American versus foreigner nonsense. And yeah, that when he turned heel and did that, like, oh, that was not a good look on him at all,
Mm-hmm. It was a very bad look.
dude. You're part of GI Joe. What are you doing? Why are we doing this? Great,
Mm-hmm.
American hero, not anymore.
Oh, I'll tell you, it was a bad gimmick. It's not really a gimmick change, but heel staying in WCW when they tried to make him go heel.
Uh, yeah, it wasn't that wasn't great. That was
Yeah, like WCW is like the Sting is like the one guy that can't go heel in WCW, and
no,
same with Goldberg. I mean, Goldberg's kind of a cool concept. It's just if you really look at it in hindsight, Goldberg was not that great overall.
yeah, he's overhyped.
He's obviously had like the Ultimate Warrior push. Good look, fast, quick, had the fans behind him. Kind of like Ultimate Warrior. Very similar to Ultimate Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And Ultimate Warrior had a great gimmick, but you couldn't understand what he was saying as promos. Like, what are you saying? That one promo, is it true? It's like he's like rambling on stuff that doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when he came back to WCW? No, he didn't come back to WCW. It was his first time in WCW. He confronted Hogan and Bischoff, and he was rambling on, and Bischoff and Hogan had like no clue what he was saying.
Yeah, I just didn't look on their face. They're like, I
What?
I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was just a bad match of Halloween Havoc, man. Where they botched the flaming into the flaming spot, the fireball spot.
Yeah. So yeah, one job. Come on now.
Oh, do you know what's a bad gimmick?
What?
Some of the Dungeon Doom members, Yeti.
Oh, God.
The dry humping thing.
Yeah. No. God. Terrible. Why?
He didn't even look like a Yeti. He looked like a mummy too.
God, why? What? Why? Why are we doing this?
And the giant. How did the giant survive getting thrown off the top of a building?
Miracle. Christmas miracle.
Was there water there?
It
was in your hometown too.
Dude, if Mick Foley can survive falling off of Hell in a Cell, anything can happen.
That's true. That's true. And Hogan was like, "No, oh no, what did I do?"
That reaction, like, "Oh no!"
I'll make up more games. This guy trying to snap your neck, and you're concerned about his well-being after being thrown off the roof.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh man.
It was really bad and funny though. It was like, I don't know, like,
yeah.
What's
Hmm.
Do you remember what were they called? Carlito's brother and cousin. They had like a tag team.
Oh
they
yeah,
tag teams. They're like like there were a bunch of like bull.
Yeah, I forgot.
They had that midget with them. I forgot, and they had, and they became Puerto Rican tourist guys or something.
Yeah, yep, that was stupid.
Or something like that.
Yep, that was really stupid.
Like what the?
Why? What? Your tour guides now? What are you doing? Okay.
Oh, what about Kofi Kingston's first gimmick when he had that Jamaican accent, and then?
Oh yeah, dude, that changed my world when he started talking like regular. I was like, wait, what? What's going on? I thought you were Jamaican.
Yeah, Triple H. Triple H is like that. Wait a minute. I thought you were Jamaican.
Nope, my jaw dropped to the floor. I'm like, what? Dude, that was nuts. That was nuts. Speaking of Kofi, I will say the beginning stages of the New Day, I was not liking that much. Really,
I did not like how they're like part of a church choir.
Yeah, the church choir. They were priests or whatever.
I thought the faction was doomed from the start because of that.
Yeah, but they found their footing eventually. Yeah. Even though I do think the pancakes and some of that other silly stuff's a little overboard, but still I thought it would work.
The thing is, New Day has actually lost its steam over the few years because they don't really evolve. They do the same thing over and over. That's when we get starting to see them more individual, right? Like become champions, right? Because as a team and as a faction, well, I guess as a team, since unfortunately Big E's out, they just haven't been the same before.
Yeah, like they never really didn't really evolve that much outside of the trombone and pancake gimmick.
Exactly.
The unicorns. So yeah, and they already were one of the longest reigning tag team champions too. So it's like, where else could you go from there?
And they don't want to break up, but I feel like they don't want to break up, and I don't think they break up. But I think it's time for somebody to. I think it's time for them to go down on their own. But they do need tag teams. I think King. I think Xavier Woods is ready to be a single wrestler, but they're all happy to be a faction. They basically said they don't want to break up. And Big E when they did a draft, that really hurt them.
It did. It did. Like, because like Big E, like it helped. It kind of hurt him doing the single run because like you still felt like he was holding on to the New Day.
Yeah, and I like when Kofi became champion, I didn't think Kofi become world champion before Big E. I thought Big E was like the guy who should become champion because he had from the first day he came to WWE. I'm like, yeah, this guy's probably a future champion. And I figured him if anybody was going to do it, would be champion, world champion. It was going to be Big E, not Kofi. But Kofi was first.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way too. I thought they were gonna put it on Big E first, but like, but when they started doing the storyline with Kofi, I was like, actually, you know what? It kind of makes sense for it to be Kofi first because you know he never was really into like a main event, like world title picture before, and he's been here for so long.
And that was never the plan, right? Kofi WrestleMania versus Bryan. That was never the plan. That was all organic.
That was all organic. Yep, Kofi Mania was all organic.
Like when they made Daniel Bryan into the main event at WrestleMania 30. Then Daniel Bryan was not going to be in the main event at WrestleMania 30. It was supposed to be. Obviously, it's supposed to be Batista and Orton. Nobody wanted to see that, but it's originally supposed to be Triple H and Punk at WrestleMania 30. You know that was the plan, but unfortunately, Punk, he walked out before that.
Yeah, because all that the trash he had to go through with him wanting to, they wanted him to turn heel while he was, at the height of his, popularity as champion, and then once again taking a back seat to John Cena and The Rock, and then losing to The Undertaker, and then all the backstage drama with Triple H and Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then losing to Brock Lesnar.
Oh, he lost to Brock Lesnar too. Oh shit. All that.
And then he feuded Ryback. Like after, remember the first year he did not like feuding with Ryback until when he turned heel, he feuded with Ryback, right? For Survivor Series and Hell in a Cell. And, Ryback hurt him. And then the year after, when Punk was a face again, and Ryback was the heel, they fought each other again, right? Like, and you know his feelings about Ryback, and I don't blame him. Ryback was terrible.
Yeah, Ryback was not good.
I remember they were giving him like a Goldberg push.
They sure were.
Yeah. But then the guy's a lunatic though. I don't know. The guy's out there in real life, but
yeah, I do not see a world where they will bring him back.
No,
I do not see that.
You ever see his Twitter polls where he says, "Where would you like to see me? WWE, or some other promotion, and not see me anywhere." And I think not see me anywhere gets like the most votes.
Damn. It's like, stay home, motherfucker. Nobody wants to see your ass.
Yeah. I mean, this guy got beat by Sin Cara people, like of all people. I don't know. Oh no, Kalisto. I think Kalisto beat him one.
Yeah, I think it's Kalisto because I don't remember him fighting Sin Cara.
No, it was Kalisto. Yeah, Ryback was like, and they had him feud with Cena like right after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
After he faced it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, that he was like full on babyface up until he faced Cena. They just automatically turned him to a heel. I'm like, wait, what?
It was so strange. She saved him up Cena just to turn on him.
Yeah, that heel turn made no sense, but. I guess they couldn't do babyface versus babyface, even though you guys have done babyface versus babyface numerous times before. But okay, it would have been a much more interesting match if they were both babyface. But
yeah, like Ryback at the beginning, Ryback's game was cool and all. Like, feed me more. Those chants were getting people over. But then you saw him actually wrestle as he got onto the bigger stage until he got up into bigger card, right? He got to
yeah, didn't he face Mark Henry at WrestleMania?
Yeah, Mark Henry beat him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember he did, yeah. And people call him Cryback, right? Because, like, Cryback. I remember that bully game we did backstage. We always like to bully the employees.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, pick it up.
Like, okay, we're doing this. All right. Ugh.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Um,
Oh, I know it was a bad gimmick. Remember they made Chavo Grill a, this white guy.
wait, did it what?
Stereotypical. They tried to make Chavo Grill the stereotypical white guy who was like driving a golf cart with Dolph Ziggler as like his caddy. You don't
Wait,
remember
that
that?
happened? That happened?
Yes.
I,
And
to-
then,
I totally forgot that. Like, what?
yeah,
Oh, dude.
his name was Kerwin something or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not remember that. Wow. See, I don't even the Chavo Guerrero. I don't even care for that much, to be honest. But like that, what?
Yeah. I don't look. This is not really a bad gimmick, or it was actually a funny game. I actually laughed when the DX made fun of the Nation when they dressed up as them, and I know they did do blackface. They did do blackface. Let's admit it. They
Yeah,
did do
that.
blackface.
Yeah.
Now we can't do that. But I thought it was funny back then, but but now you obviously can't do it. I thought like they made fun of the corporation too,
Mm,
but I love it when they dressed up as the big bands in the 2000s.
hmm
Remember Triple H and some. I like DX in the mid 2000s, which it was just Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Obviously, they couldn't go as far as they did in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
right? But I did like because Shawn Michaels is religious in the mid 2000s, so they couldn't go as far.
Right.
So, but I did like that DX. Do you remember when they pulled a prank on the McMahons and then in the Spirit Squad and all the shit fell on them?
Yep. Yep. That. Wow. They actually put. They actually. I don't know if that was actual shit that they dropped on him.
No, of course not.
Yeah, 'cause but like, dude. Yeah, I definitely remember that.
Do you remember when Mr. was cutting a promo and they were messing with the audio truck backstage, the production truck, and they
Yep.
changed his yeah. They changed his voice, like the chipmunk voice, and then they put like they did with the cock stuff, like the chicken cock, right?
Yep, I love Cox. And then they came out and impersonated Vince and Shane.
Oh yeah. Do you remember when Chip there was a time when Chip Wish was not there and some sort of McMahon family were not there, but Shawn Michaels had to carry on with the storyline because Stephanie had just a kid, right? Just had this baby, and and not in kayfabe, Chip Wish and Stephanie were married at the time, right? Like
Uh-huh.
so like week after, they kind of used that in the storyline. I remember, or a couple weeks after. I think it might have been a week or a couple weeks after they used their storyline when Vince and Shane were talking about Steph and the child, newborn child, because there's a daughter, right? Because I think Triple H only has daughters and no son.
Mhm.
And then they showed it on the Jumbotron when DX came out, when Triple H and somebody else came out, and the baby, like a fake baby picture in the head and the face of Triple H's face.
Oh wow.
Because it's his real daughter, right? They just had, right? So they wanted to play along with that. Everybody knew. The thing is, I know in storyline they were going at each other, but everybody knew Triple H's father-in-law was Vince.
Uh-huh.
Like we all knew.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
remember when Triple H came back in 2002? They tried to be neuter vows on storyline, but Stephanie died. But everybody still knew they never really married.
I kind of had a feeling they were together like even back like in the like late 90s, early 2000s because they were always together.
Okay,
Always together.
he was with China originally. He was originally with China, but in '99, when Stephanie became more involved in wrestling, like late '99, early 2000, that's when they started. Yeah, you're right though. Yeah, and that's really affected China. That's one that people say is one of the reasons China had a downfall in her life because she was so in love with Triple H.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Dang.
Yeah. Uh, but
No wonder she wouldn't eventually did cord.
I remember she was like in TNA for like a show, just one show.
Yeah, just for one show, tag teaming with Kurt Angle against Jeff Jarrett and was it Karen?
Yeah, it was Karen.
Yeah, yep.
Man, how weird is that? Like you're feuding with your ex-wife and you're allowed that you bring it on TV. It's like you have to be okay with that. You have to be able to move on from it and back move on from when it's not in real life. To be able to do that to bring it on TV. You can't.
Yeah, I'm shocked about like the stuff that they decide to use in storylines that's do in real life. I'm surprised of
Yeah,
how far they go with certain
the
things.
the Edge one, the Edge with Matt Hardy. The thing is, the Edge and Matt Hardy feud with Lita that was based on real life, but the feud happened after everything was made up.
Wow,
Yeah, like they moved on from it.
these guys got tough skin.
Sometimes best feuds in wrestling do come from real life stuff.
Yeah.
That's true. It's but you have to be okay with it, right? Both parties have to be okay to bring it on screen.
Right, right.
Like, and I think that's what the problem with AEW is times this year, where we have like a lot of backstage incidents or like stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, you got to be like, right? You got to be careful.
Yeah, you definitely do. Like, you, I'm, you gotta talk this over here before you
Hmm.
just start doing stuff.
Yeah, you're listening, Sammy Guevara. Yo, I hope like that. I'm glad Ruby is back. Give Taya a broken nose. No, I'm joking. I don't want her to get a broken nose, but I want to get revenge. I mean, that was a dangerous spot. She's lucky she only broke her nose.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it here. We've almost been 2 hours long. I want to thank you for coming on.
Ready for
So
half?
okay, so next, okay, sorry. So for next Monday, I'm having it's all about wrestling episode 50, a weekly review in wrestling, and some wrestling news related stuff. Obviously, that's Monday. The next Thursday is no discussion like this. It's gonna be a prediction show for NXT, and I'm gonna do a Ring of Honor prediction show. There's only 2 matches for Ring of Honor, and there's 3 matches for NXT as of right now. But yeah, be on the lookout for all that. And remember to like, share, subscribe, comment below. And with that, AWO and DL are out.
Bye.